morning. I guess now it's afternoon. Um, Today I want to talk about calories on keto. One of the things that people talk about when weight loss is calories in versus calories out. That's true to, pardon me as I try to get my phone right here. Anyway, that's true. And I'm not going to try to dispel it. Neither does Dr. Eric Westman. It is true. When you take in more calories than what your body needs, you are going to gain weight. So, anyway, so what's the deal with calories? There are many people that lose a lot of weight tracking and counting every calorie they eat. Weight Watchers is based on the point system, but it's they look at the calories and they assign different points for different calories, which kind of helps make the calorie counting a little bit easier for someone because there's a team of people that did the legwork for them. Keto is really not much different. When you are on keto to lose weight, calories do matter. They really do. I like to quote Dr. Eric Westman when he says calories count. We don't count calories. And this is how this works. When you get your hormones right, and I've talked about that in many other videos, when you eat correctly and your insulin is correct and your ghrelin is correct, which is your hunger hormone, and your leptin is correct, which is the fat hormone, when all of those are in sync, you will automatically not be as hungry. And I'm not talking about just your belly hunger. You won't have the food cravings. You won't have the difficult time being done. You won't feel the need to eat until you want to pop. That miserable, bloaty, oh my God, I got to unhook my pants full after Thanksgiving dinner. You don't go there anymore. An example before going keto, and like I've said in many videos, I'm a big girl, so I had a big appetite. Before going keto, before May, breakfast to me would be about 4 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, sometimes toast. Now I wouldn't always eat it all because I would share a lot of it with Linda, my puppy, who has an appetite like none I've ever seen. But anyway, so probably by the time I shared my plate with her and what I ate would probably be equivalent to 3 pieces of bacon, an egg, 2 pieces of toast. And that was, I mean, in some people's mind, that would be pretty okay. It's fairly standard. You go to a restaurant, order bacon and eggs, you get, you know, 3 pieces of bacon and an egg and toast. But then I would snack after I finished breakfast. And lunch would be, let's say we go to a restaurant, a hamburger place, hamburgers, fries, a drink. Sometimes, I mean, it was never just a hamburger, it was always a double cheeseburger because my cheese. Maybe a medium fry and a medium Coke. Not the Diet Coke, it was the regular Coke. And then I would snack again, probably a couple hours later. Not really because my tummy was hungry, because it wasn't, still had food in it, but my brain was, I just wanted something, so I'd snack. And then supper time would roll around and I'd eat maybe steak and potato, or always, I love my mashed potatoes. I've talked about that before. So, yeah, sometimes I would just make a big old bowl of mashed potatoes and brown gravy and put some cheese on it, and that was supper. Yeah, no carbs there, huh? Anyway, that was a typical day of eating before um, keto. With a bag of chips always on the cabinet, just mindless walking by, grab some chips here and there, or beside my chair while I'm watching TV. Because as I said before, at that time before keto, I lived in my recliner, and I wanted to die there too some days. Uh, just anytime I sat down, I had munchies. If I'd go ride in a car, go somewhere in the car, I'd take a bag of chips with me. It was crazy, crazy. And it's not because my stomach was hungry. It's because mentally and emotionally, I was not satisfied. Since starting keto, that was one of the things I've noticed almost like within the first couple weeks is wow, I don't think about munching. I don't think about it. There's habit eating, and I'm still working on that even after this amount of time. But as far as actual getting up and going looking in the kitchen going, I just want something to eat and I don't know what. It wasn't there. It went away. So there went those calories without effort. Now for breakfast, I'll have one piece of bacon, one egg, and sometimes I might have a little cheese. I did start out making like two pieces of bacon, two eggs, and then I realized I'm only eating half and giving the other half to Linda. Well, crap, she's got her food. She doesn't need to eat mine. So I started making one strip of bacon and one egg, and I'm perfectly satisfied. I'll eat that probably about 11 o'clock, and I'm perfectly satisfied. I made something about 4, 5, 6 o'clock tonight. I don't need anything else. That's the crazy thing about keto is yes, it is a calorie restrictive because your body is only eating what it needs. But like I said in the video about the restriction, you just don't feel deprived. Emotionally, mentally, you're satisfied. Now, I'll be honest, I do have some bad habits that I'm still working on. If for some reason JR bought chips and had them on the cabinet, I would probably eat them still. I'm not going to lie about to me or anybody else because you can't fix what you're lying about. But before going keto, I had literally paced the floor in tears, wanting something, wanting something. I lived 7 miles out of town when I lived in Kingman, and it was one night I tried to avoid it. I could not. I was in such a. I got my car. I drove to town for a bag of Doritos. 14 miles round trip for a bag of Doritos. Now I can laugh at myself about it because that craving, that level of craving that people don't really understand is gone. It's gone. I don't. That's not to say that if they're there, I have to really focus and make sure I don't put my hand in the bag. And I've done very well because I spent a lot of time with my parents and they had chips on their cabinet and I yesterday when I was over there I was like, man, those chips smell good. But I stopped. I counted the cost. And when I realized how much it costs to eat the chips, it really wasn't that difficult to pass them up. Not difficult at all. I've got the tools now. Now that my body is burning through the fat and not the glucose, and now that my hormones are lined up, my insulin, I don't have the insulin spikes and crashes. So I don't have that foggy headed. I don't have the craving for sugar because I went to insulin low. And it's not like the diabetic sugar lows where you're shaky, gonna pass out, you need a medical attention. No, that's different. This is talking about you eat sugar until your insulin creeps in there and cleans you out and then you crash. You know, that after sugar high crash, that's what I'm talking about. And then all you just want more sugar. After weight loss surgery, the dietitian explained that cycle and the psychiatrist explained that cycle as to why it becomes an addiction, why your body craves that sugar the way it does. And I understood. I got it. I got it. I didn't fix it at that time, but I got it. Now I'm fixing it. Now that I gained all the weight back, I so we can simplify the whole weight loss aspect of this. Going, yeah, it's just calories in versus calories out, and you're right. It is. It's nothing different. Calories do count. We just don't have to count them. It's easy to restrict your calories once everything in your body is behaving the way it's supposed to. It's not normal to overeat. Our bodies were not created to be a 300-pound woman. That's not big bone, baby. That's big butt. That's not, I can't even call it baby fat because my youngest is 28 years old. So it's not baby fat, it's potato chip fat. It's not big bone. It's big helpings of mashed potatoes. It's not I'm not going to say it this way. Let's see. I wanted to say it's not genetic, but some of it is your metabolism, not necessarily your metabolism, but your insulin sensitivity can be very, very genetic. But it's not your mom and daddy's fault. It's the Dairy Queen drive-through that you went through. It was your fault for turning your car into the Dairy Queen drive-through. It's not McDonald's fault for its marketing because they're a business and their job is to market. It's your job. It's your fault for giving in to the marketing. I mean, my gosh, Zell's advertises diamond rings on TV all the time. It's not their fault if I went broke and bought diamond rings all the time. McDonald's is in business to make money. They're going to advertise on TV. It's not their fault I'm fat. I didn't count the cost. I went to the drive-thru. My thing was not only did I go to the drive-thru for an ice cream sundae, caramel sundae, I asked to put extra caramel on it because there wasn't enough sugar in the first caramel scoop in there. Oh, I want to double the sugar on it. So, point of the matter is, calories count. But when you get things lined up and your body is being fed and fueled the way it wants to be fed and fueled, it's not difficult to reduce those calories. There's habit eating, and that's the part that's a little more difficult to fight because anytime you're changing habits, whether it's eating when you're not hungry or picking your nose in public or whatever, biting your fingernails or whatever your habit is, everybody's got some habits. It's not a character thing, it's a thing. So once you get your chemistry right, then you're just working on the habits. And you'll notice the weight doesn't just fall off like they're wanting you to believe. You will lose in a very healthy, very easy way. It's so nice. I can't describe it any other way as just almost effortless to reduce my calories. I don't have to carry a notebook and calculator around with me everywhere I go to count how many calories. I don't have to open up my Fitness Pal app, which I'm not criticizing that. A lot of people use it with success. I don't use it. I have a keto app on my phone. Um, I looked at it when I first got it, but I haven't opened it since. You know, I do lazy keto. I don't count or measure or weigh or anything. I just say, that's starchy. I'm not eating it. That's a grain. I'm not eating it. That's sugar. I'm not eating it. And that's it. That's all I do. And I've lost 31 pounds, so it's working. My brain is clearer than it ever has been. It's working. I had a dentist appointment this morning with no anxiety. And that's big for me. It's working. My body pain yesterday, my knees hurt pretty good, but the day before, I got down on the floor at my mom's house looking under a dresser, which months before there was no getting down on the floor. I fell one time at the bar when I was there. I had to wait until my cook got there so she could help me up. I could not get up off the floor. My mom's house, I got down on the floor, looked under, and got back up. The problem is I do have an injury to my knee, and when I got down, I must have smacked it a little harder than what I thought. I didn't think I did. Or when I was getting up and I got on my knee, I was probably on it a little longer. But still, there's still some healing that needs to be done. But the thing is it is being done now, or before it wasn't. You know, I don't believe there's anybody right now who can turn me off of this way of eating. I am so passionate about it. I don't understand why everyone isn't eating this way. But then I have to remember everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. And everybody's desires are different. So it may not be for everybody. I just don't understand it. It is the best I have ever felt in years, mentally, physically, and emotionally. It's the best I have ever felt. And the weight's coming off. And I'm not hungry. I don't have food cravings. Counting calories, I don't count them. I don't eat them either. And I don't miss them either. If I get hungry later this evening, I'll eat. I eat when I get hungry. You know, I do push my breakfast back a little bit because there's a lot of powerful um, healing and powerful things your body does during the intermittent fasting. So I use the what do I call it? The restrictive eating window. I don't like that term, but that's what they call it. That's okay. It's not my place to rename what works. It just works. So I've noticed that if I push my breakfast back, I stop eating at 8 at night. I won't eat anything past 8 o'clock at night. A lot of times it's a lot earlier. Like tonight, I'll probably have supper about 5 or 6. And then I won't eat anything again until about 11 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning. So, that's the way I work that. And I'll be fine. I'll eat about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then I'll have something early evening for supper. And it works out perfectly. As a matter of fact, I have a doctor's appointment 10:30 tomorrow morning. It'll be probably closer to noon before I eat anything. And feel fantastic. Have you ever heard people talk about if you skip breakfast, you're not hungry as fast, but when you eat breakfast, you get hungry faster? Could it be maybe it's not because of eating, but rather what you ate? So a lot of times when people are eating breakfast and they're in a hurry, They grab a donut, they grab a bagel, they grab toast and juice, a bowl of cereal and skim milk. Well, that's exceptionally high in sugars and carbohydrates with no protein. You know, your donut's got fat, your bagel's got a little fat, you put butter or cream cheese on it, you know, but your orange juice and skim milk and cereal, we're talking no fat, hardly any at all just sugar and carbohydrates. And then talk about how you got hungry faster because you stretched your stomach out when you ate breakfast. You did not stretch your stomach out. You did not. That bowl of skim milk and sugar did not stretch your tummy out. It did, however, raise your insulin. And your insulin crashed and you got hungry. And it wasn't tummy hungry so much as it was your body was wanting food. Because all that food you gave it, all of that glucose, because you're a glucose burning body now, because that's what you decide to feed it, your insulin came in and shoved that all out of your bloodstream into your fat cells, and now you're hungry. Your body only stores 1 teaspoon, 5 grams, about 1 teaspoon of sugar or glucose in your blood at a time. It doesn't want any more. It doesn't like a lot less. That's when you get your blood sugar lows when you're diabetic. But it doesn't want any more. That's why you have insulin. Your body makes insulin to keep your blood glucose regulated and stable. So when you eat an egg and a strip of bacon for breakfast, you didn't add more glucose. You did add fat and protein, which when your body needs more glucose and you're not eating it, there's a thing called glucogenesis, where your liver will create the glucose you need. So you're not going to go to a sugar low eating meat and fat. You'll be just fine. You'll be happy. Unless, of course, back it up. Unless, of course, you're a type 1 diabetic on insulin, then you need to not do this without doctor's treatment. And yes, it can be done for type 1 diabetics, but a doctor needs to monitor your medication and make sure that you're not over medicating during this and going into ketoacidosis, which is completely different than ketosis. Anyway, I know this video was on calories and I went all over the place with it, which is, I'm cute like that, right? Um, Basically, calories do count. We don't count calories. We feed the body what it wants and it automatically wants fewer calories. And it's effortless. It really truly is. The only effort is in dealing with the habit eating. It's the only effort. Everything else, I've said this in another video and it's true, and this is the way my body acts. And other people's body might act differently. But when I'm full, when I'm done, my body's done eating, I cannot swallow another bite. And it's not that my stomach is full and bloated and I just can't put another bite into my full bloated tummy, because I don't get a full bloated tummy anymore. Occasionally, if I eat salad, I might, because vegetables can do that to a person. But for just eating bacon and eggs, steak and butter, hot dog and mustard, add a little cheese, I don't get that. So it's here. It's here. I'll be chewing. I'm like, I'm full, but it tasted good. So I put another bite in. And I'm holding that bite in my mouth going, it won't go down. Easy. Your body will tell you when it's had enough. Some people just, they don't want it anymore. Me, I'm a brat child. Occasionally I'll still want another bite because it tasted good. And I'm still working on the habit thing. But once I get it, I can't swallow it. I'm done. And calories were automatically restricted because my body did not want to take in any more calories at all it wanted. And it makes this so stinking easy that I don't understand why it's just not the worldwide way of eating. So when someone says, yeah, the only reason you're losing weight on keto is because you're going to lose weight on all your calorie restricted diets, I believe it. I don't debate that. I don't argue that. You do reduce your calories. And when you reduce your calories, you're going to reduce your waist size. It, your scales are going to go down. That's the way it works. It's the way our body works. Calories are energy. But when I tried to reduce my calories eating a high carb, low fat diet, it was constant deprivation. It was constant looking. I mean, it was constant work. And I'm lazy. I was either having to have my book with me because at the time that was before cell phones or smartphones or my knowledge of how to use one. I had a book at one point where you go through and you look how many calories are in this and have to record it and count it and oh my gosh, what happens? Oh, I can't have supper tonight because I had birthday cake, so I don't do that anymore. I just know as long as I eat the way my body wants me to eat, the calories will automatically take care of themselves. Kind of like a saying my dad always told me, if you mind your pennies, your dollars will take care of themselves. Well, if you mind your carbohydrates, your calories will take care of themselves. Your body is not going to, to deceive you. Your habits will, and your emotions can, but your body's not. It will tell you what it wants. It will tell you what it needs. And it will tell you when it's had enough. And when you learn to focus on it and pay attention to it, your calories automatically will reduce and you will go to a healthy weight. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen as fast as you want. But when you're feeling good through the process, who cares? I saw a video today and the lady says, ketogenic diet is not a weight loss diet. It's not. One of the benefits of it, one of the many benefits, is you get to a healthy weight. But there are so many other benefits to it. I feel better than I have in years. I'm thinking clearer. My energy's coming back. The weight's coming down. I have no depression. I have no anxiety. I don't even have to take medicine for them. They're gone. So, again, I don't understand why everyone's not eating this way. It's better than I've felt in years. And the weight's come off 31 pounds, folks. 31 pounds. Yeah, so big deal. Um, the 22nd, I'll be doing this for 6 months. It's taken 6 months, those 31 pounds. Who's counting? Even if I lost no more weight, even if I haven't lost another ounce, which I know I will, because your body will get to its normal, not I hate the word normal so much, but I use it a lot. It'll get to its healthy, correct weight when you feed it healthy, correct food. Plain and simple. Your body's first instinct is to heal itself. It's creating new cells every 3 months. It will heal itself when you give it the right food to do it. I kind of, yeah. If it's food God made, eat it. If it's food man made, forget it. I do very limited processed foods anymore. And it's not like I'm running a chef in my kitchen. I love to cook, but I'm by myself, so I don't do that much cooking by myself. You know, fried bacon and egg, that's it. Fry hamburger patty in the evening, that's it. I don't cook a lot when I'm by myself, so it's not like there's a lot of work. Boil some eggs, put them in the refrigerator, make a deviled egg if you want, a little something. Make an egg salad. I made an egg salad the other day. Lasted me a couple of days. It was good, easy, and I was satisfied. And you could be too if you give it a shot. So, ketogenic diet, yes, it reduces calories, and yes, that helps with the weight loss. Same as Weight Watchers, same as counting calories, same as any other calorie restricted diet, the pounds come off. But what gets me about this one is there is very little work involved. It is easy. There's a little bit of planning because you're just not going to want to order pizza. But that's it. I can go through any drive-through. I can get something to eat anywhere. So if I don't want to cook, no big deal. Last night for supper, I had a chicken bacon ranch salad from Dairy Queen. Yeah. Lettuce, tomato, a little bit of carrot, not a lot. It's got bacon and cheese and chicken in it, grilled chicken, because you can choose grilled or crispy. Well, when you're keto, you want to go grilled. You don't want the flour on the crispy. And then I put my full fat ranch dressing on it. I don't do light dressing because it's got more sugar in it. I do the full fat dressings. And I was perfectly fine. Now, granted, I'm a little more bloaty after eating the salad. Burping a little bit more because you get in there and it's gonna do things in your tummy. But that's fine. Perfectly content, perfectly happy. Yes, I eat my vegetables. No, I don't live off of vegetables. I eat my fat and my protein first, and vegetables are more of a garnishment unless I'm having a salad. And I like salads. I love salads. So if someone would ever tell me you can't have salads, I'd be like, I don't know if I want to go that route. But I will have probably a salad a week, maybe about once or twice a week. My meal will be a big old salad. And that's fine. You need your leafy greens, they're good for you. I don't eat potato salad. I don't eat macaroni salad. I will eat egg salad. I will eat a lettuce salad. I love spinach. You know, go to Subway, get a salad. Tell them do the fresh spinach instead of the lettuce. Oh, that's some happy eating. You know, the full fat dressing has a little more calories than the low fat dressing. But you're satisfied longer. So you don't have the in between meal munching. And there goes your calories. Balanced out. You have a little more calories in your dressing, but you don't have the in between meal calories. So that's the story of keto and calories. Calories do count we don't count calories. Anyway, have a great day. Love you all. I'm going to get some stuff done today, and I will talk to you another day or so. Bye bye.